Hello, my name is Nienke Malle, and at the moment you're cruising the Interoceanic Highway, which is a highway that connects the ports of Brazil with the ports of Peru. And also it's the subject of my thesis, and of some of the blogs I have written for Views of the Field. I thought it was a nice idea to give you a feeling how it is to cruise this road, with these nice bridges, for example, this rather flat road, and also to give you a feeling of what are the different economic activities that we will pass along this road. Madre de Dios is a region really rich of resources, and therefore after the construction of the road there was a lot of immigration as well towards the region, and more people wanted to use a bit of the land, for example, for agriculture, agroforestry, mining, logging. You can see, for example, here that on both sides of the road there's not a lot of rainforest left. That is, among others, because of these different economic activities. In front of you you can see a little bit of smoke. This is where the classic slash and burn practice has been used to refertilize the land. Also, you might have noticed that we're standing still on the middle of the highway. We are standing still because we're picking up a person. Because it's not too busy here, there's not so many cars, it's actually possible to stop, pick someone up and keep going. The road we're driving is from Inhapari, which is next to the Brazilian border, to Iberia. This is on the southern part of the region, and therefore the economic activities that we will see will, for example, not include mining, because mining is only in the south. More towards Cusco. Here we will see different activities. For example, logging. Logging is a big activity here, and on your left hand side there will be two trucks passing us by with big trunks of trees that were cut during the day and are now transported towards the fabric. Next to logging, there's also Brazil nut production, castanha. Here on your left hand side you see a castanha tree. It's the high one with a high canopy. Here you see more, and they are standing in the middle of this cattle range because it's illegal to cut them down. Castanha is seen as a more sustainable option for this region because the trees can remain standing while the nuts are picked from the trees. Therefore will provide resources for the next generations, and this is of course different when logging or mining is used and there's more deforestation. Another sustainable option is the rubber production. We won't see that in this movie because it's further down the road, but here in Iberia they experienced the production of the boom of the rubber production in the 60s. And now there's a small company, Ecomusa, which is an organization that tries to get this rubber production again on the political agenda and tries to export this production as well. Thanks to the Interoceanic Highway, it's actually possible to export their rubber to France. You've also noticed the two speed bumps here. Along the highway there's a lot of small villages that the highway crosses through. Since the highway has a maximum speed of 90 to 100 kilometers per hour, these speed bumps are made to make sure that the speed is limited in these villages. Another annoyance on the road are these construction sites. There are quite a few. Every time I took a trip on the Interoceanic Highway I've at least seen one. This one is next to Iberia, and one person of the construction company told me that because the nature is rather aggressive here, because there's a lot of rain, a lot of vegetation, it's rather hard to maintain this road. Here you can see that it has fallen down, and we take a side road. I imagine that before the construction or the asphaltation of the Interoceanic Highway, the road must have looked like this. And here we are at the border of Peru and Brazil. The bridge, a little bit further up down the road, will take you to Brazil. The idea was that the construction of the Interoceanic highway would actually bring a lot of economic activity between the two countries as well. However, as you can see, the road is rather quiet. And people that I have spoken with have told me that the protectionistic policies of Brazil do not allow agricultural products from Peru to get easily into Brazil. Of course, there's many more stories along this road, and this movie was just to give you an idea how it is to cruise this road and what are the different economic activities that I see when I am riding it. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and more blog posts will be written later. Adios.